My name is Scott Perry. I'm a captain with the City of Virginia Beach Fire Department, and we're here to do the final inspection on our brand new Typhoon E1 engine. It is Company 11, and it's actually the station where I'm assigned, and I'm going to be assigned to this truck. It's obviously the beach borough, and it's at our ocean front, and the City of Virginia Beach is a big tourism area. So we ordered two brand new Typhoon chassis. This is the new Typhoon. We went from the Cyclone to this truck. The truck has a couple of different features on it. If you open it up and you look at the dash, the overhead with the air conditioning and the radios and everything, it gives us a lot more visibility. In here, the dash is all inlaid with metal. Before it was like a plastic housing on it. We have our medical cabinet. It's a drug and IV box that we keep locked up. The main reason is in our city, to gain access to this, we have a separate EMS department. And we have a key to a lock that this goes to. So we didn't want to lock this door, so we had to box this in. Usually we have some medical equipment that holds a charge, and that's why we needed an outlet in here. This one right here is all of our medical equipment, and on the other side is where we keep our carbon monoxide detector, our site plans, pre-plans, all of that type of stuff over on the other side. One really nice feature about the stretch, the 74-inch cab, is we were able to open up this compartment. So when we do this, it's a long tool and tool compartment, but it's also, the strut isn't in here, but we'll put a bracket for a water can on this side and a water can on the other side as well. And then all of the long tools, officer's tool, driver's tools are on this side. And on the other side, we have a set of irons that are married together that we place in there as well. We have a 1,500-gallon waterless fire pump on here, and the truck actually now holds 750 gallons. There is a foam section or a foam tank on the truck that they don't put foam in, so the actual true water in here is 780 gallons. Even with the larger water tank, one thing that we were able to do is we were able to maintain the same wheelbase. We didn't increase the height of the truck. We put an L-shaped tank in for a water tank, which allows us to keep a nice low-profile hose bed as well. We didn't want the hose bed to be too tall because stepping on and off of the tailboard could cause some injuries. On the front of our trucks, one thing that we did is we used to have a roto ray on here, and we switched that out to the roto beams. We put two roto beams on here that swipe from in to the outside of the truck. Another feature of the Typhoon is they give you this light on here is standard. It can be a daytime running light or a turn signal. We've opted to make it a turn signal because we have an upgraded headlight that has a daytime running light in it. We didn't want to duplicate these two things. They changed the windshield wiper blades on here. Gives us a little better pressure on the windshield, and we think that they operate a little bit better. Little clearer sweep, a little more open. The one thing that we opted not to do in our trucks is match the VMUX system on the officer's side. But what we did is we gave the officer the option to utilize the siren brake, and air horn, as well as he can manipulate all of the scene lighting as well, so the driver doesn't have to look down at the VMUX, take his eyes off the road or his hands off the steering wheel. So one other feature that we decided to do is we try to limit anybody having to climb up on anything if we can for safety reasons. We were having a lot of back issues and lower extremity issues. So we created a handle right here that you pull this down, the hose bed can drop down. And we try to get this as low as possible while still giving our fire shop access to the pump for repairs and maintenance, where you can reach up here without having to climb onto the tailboard or onto the sideboard here, where you can pull the cross lay off. And we also did the exact same thing on the rear of the truck. Another huge advantage of the 74-inch cab, you can see in here with the space, not only did it make the leg room between cabinet and the person sitting here a lot greater, this open area right here, E1 was able to trim the engine cover back down and to create this little pocket right here, and we decided not to put any shelving or a box or a bin up there. In our city, we have a tech program, and we also have at this station a water rescue program. Well, the water rescue guys carry extra bags with them, so this little pocket right here allows us to put our turnout gear, and then also the additional PPE for the tech team or for the water rescue or some other programs that we have, hazmat or anything like that. The process has been really seamless. Mike Purvis is our salesman. We sit down. He actually lives in Virginia with us, so he comes down to Virginia Beach and we can discuss things ahead of time, even doing a pre-build. If you have a question or if you have a concern, you don't have to wait, days or weeks or a month to get an answer. I mean, the engineer or the person who's actually doing it, literally, they go get him, come in, sit down with a meeting, and you can get an answer like almost immediately, which versus versus what we had before. That was always an issue for us, and it's really been amazing. And even though this is, you know, multiple trucks for us, that same thing is continued even on this trip. The entire team from E1 was able to come in, sit down, and answer all of the questions that we had.